Hey everybody, it is Kellen Nitro for Nitro Maniac TV's Wrestling Unlimited coming at you with the September 2021 vlog. It's my birthday month. My birthday's at the end of the month, so pretty excited about that. A little bit to cover here. First of all, thanks for sticking with the channel during the summer down period a little bit. Because it's summertime, my other channel, tinyurl.com/dragfiles, gets really busy, and it's always a struggle trying to juggle content for both channels and that stuff. And just this year, just was really floored with all the racing content and that stuff that I was doing. So ended up doing a lot more content over there than I did over here during the summer. But as we get into the fall, the racing starts to dry up a little bit up here. Change in season, gets a little colder for that type of stuff and everything. And more focus gets put on the wrestling channel. So thank you again for sticking by and checking us out. If you guys like what we did last week for SmackDown and for Rampage, the live stream, let me know, and we'll sit down and we'll plan out future episodes and future events to do the live stream watch-alongs with, because it was pretty cool to sit down and do that. A little bit of a pull, because again, that's 3 hours worth of content that you have to try to create and be very, on top of your game with, and so on and so forth. But it was a lot of fun. I know Mr. TL had a great time. I had a great time. So if you guys like that kind of stuff, be sure to hit me up on Twitter at KellenNitro, or email us, nitromaniactv@gmail.com, and let us know what you want to see on the channel going forward. This channel is all about you guys, all about the fans and communicating with the fans, and it's a fan site for fans, by fans, and, let's get out there, let's get the discussions going. Now I'd like to take a quick moment and express my thoughts and condolences and prayers out to the family of Daphne Unger, Shannon Sproul, who passed away unfortunately last week. Quick aside, quick story. Back in 2014, I was able to make my first ever trip to a WrestleMania, and I was able to check out, as one of the side events, when we had some time to check out some indie events and so on and so forth, Shimmer 62. I think it was Shimmer 62 that was at the McAllister Auditorium in Tulane University, just, I think, south of New Orleans City proper. I can't remember the bedroom community that it was in. But it was quite the experience. Driving out of that event was a lot of fun, because we couldn't find a cab to save our lives. And then the cab that we had to share to get from Tulane University over to the Smoothie King Center for the Hall of Fame ceremony. The events were so close together that we had maybe 45 minutes from the end of Shimmer 62 to the beginning of the Hall of Fame. There was not a whole lot of time between events and that stuff, so we had to wait for a cab. And we had to split a cab with a bunch of sorority sisters that were heading up to Bourbon Street, basically. And that's an experience that I would like to never experience ever again, just because I've never been around a lesser amount of intelligence in a single vehicle. But that, besides the point. That's a story for another time. Hit me up on a live stream about it, and I'll fill in the whole deal. Just not fun. But the event itself was incredible, and Daphne Unger was the live event hostess for Shimmer 62, and she did an amazing job, and it was so cool to check her out live, and kind of in a non-wrestling role, but still in kind of an authoritative, not so much as a authority figure type role, but as the guest ring announcer and the guest talent kind of presiding over the event, and was involved in a couple of angles during that show, and so on and so forth. So a real dynamic performer. Of course, remember her from WCW, obviously. Crowbar, David Flair, one of the few bright spots of WCW in 2000, and one of the few things that you have to give Vince Russo credit for, because they got it right with Daphne, Crowbar, David Flair. That was one offshoot of WCW in 2000 that was done perfectly. It was great. And just a dynamic performer. She will be missed, and it was a lot of fun to watch her career over the past few years and that stuff. And yeah, if anybody's struggling out there, reach out. Reach out to friends, reach out to family, reach out to people that you can trust out there. And if you don't have anybody that you can reach out to, there are hotlines and support set up in your community. Just give it a Google and feel free to check out local community centers, local rec centers, because usually that information is posted on, those cork boards that are in front of the rec center and that stuff, or in the front doorway of the rec center. You can usually find information for help and supports regarding self-harm, suicide, and all sorts of other mental health traumas and experiences and everything in those bulletin boards. And just copy it down, give the number a shout. It can't hurt. Yeah, sad deal, but yeah. And also, friends, check in on your friends who may be struggling too. A phone call and a 20-minute conversation or whatever goes a long way, especially if somebody's living by themselves and is kind of cut off from everybody, and so on and so forth. So I want to leave you guys today with this announcement. If you are in the Edmonton area, be sure to check out Force Pro Wrestling Cross Love Wrestling as they change the game on October 15th. I just want to give a shout out to Spencer and the boys over and girls over at Love Wrestling. They started this channel back in January, and they already are over 800 subscribers. In today's YouTube climate, that's unreal what they are doing. It's a struggle even to get, well, like this channel, it's a struggle to get over 100, and let alone they've got 800 so far just by, sticking with it and pumping out the content and so on and so forth. So kudos to those guys and girls over there. They do great work. I suggest everybody go check them out and check out the live event on October 15th. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it or not. I'm still trying to move some pieces around and that stuff and see what happens. But it's looking better by the day, at least. But yeah, get your tickets, and I got my fingers crossed. Hopefully I'm going to be able to come down there and bring maybe a couple friends with me to go and check this out. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's at the Rec Room. The Rec Room is awesome. You should come down and check it out. Even if you don't like the wrestling, you can bail out and check out the Rec Room. Like all the video games and stuff that they have set up there. It's a ton of fun. It's one of the, we're all cooped up, and we all gotta just let loose, and an independent wrestling card might be the medicine we all need. So, oh, and stay tuned. I forgot to update what we're doing here on the channel this month. All Out Nitro Steak. Something will be coming out for All Out over the next week or so. I got a lot of stuff that I got to still work on with the racing channel and everything, but as soon as I'm done with that, I'll have an All Out piece up and going for sure. I still want to hit up on the formerly 200 subscriber special. Now it's just going to be another UWF home video review as well for Paul Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, the best of Paul Mr. Wonderful Orndorff. That's upcoming as well, and a few other surprises and things. I'm going to go down a little bit of an arc that I think you guys will like with the Nitros Take series as well, that I think everybody's going to dig. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, okay, folks, later days. Happy wrestling watching. I'm gone for reals now. Bye.